All right, you ready to see my new baby?
Oh, this is news to me.
My new baby.
I didn't know you were pregnant.
Look at him.
That's pretty funny. That's cute.
My new baby.
That's good. I like that.
Isn't he adorable?
That's cute. Is that from Target?
Yeah.
Walmart?
Yeah. Look at him.
That's funny.
Oh. This might be the one of the greatest plushies I've ever seen in my life.
It's really good. It might be better than the Bulbasaur.
It is. It is definitely. The design of it is way better.
He's like in a little crescent, like you're holding him like a baby.
Yeah, I have him curled up, like leaning against my Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I love it. Incredible plushie. I haven't purchased anything from Target in like 2 years now, but I had to get my Totodile.
Yeah, that's cute.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Born2BNerd podcast. We're just hanging out today.
Yeah.
We're just chilling. We're gonna be talking about some anime and I don't know. My speech impediment kind of struggled there. We were talking about anime earlier, and we figured we just kind of have a nice, chill, anime-centered discussion.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great stuff coming out right now. We're kind of like in the like heavy summer anime kind of obsession, watching a bunch of stuff, and
yeah, I
think we both want to just kind of chat about everything.
Yeah, we actually, like yesterday, it was nice. We actually got to chill out and just watch some anime together. Haven't got to do that in a while. I'm usually just like here by myself, watching in solitude.
Same.
You know.
Yeah.
It was nice just to watch some like kind of light stuff.
Yeah. I typically watch anime alone, and especially whenever we're both really into what we're watching and we can kind of enjoy it. Like it's a lot of fun. I really like watching. Also, I love sharing. Like, you know, I got to show you the first episode of The Duke of Death.
Oh yeah.
And whenever something makes a big impact on me, getting a chance to show someone and seeing like it have an impact on them is one of the most fulfilling things for me. Like, that's why I started the reaction channel in the first place, you know, it's because I love sharing reactions or experiencing, you know, watching with other people or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like part of that whole thing, you know, like doing a reaction channel and like engaging with other people who are into the same kind of thing that you're into, and like seeing how like they view whatever show you're watching as well, and like the joy that they get at seeing someone else react the same way that like they would have.
Yeah. I think it's the closest thing we can get to, like, whenever, you know, before television, it was books, right? And even now, like reading books, you have that feeling of like reading the book, if I could read that for the first time again, kind of thing. And we get the same with movies and TV. It's like, man, if I could have amnesia, like what would I watch again, you know?
For the first time, yeah.
Yeah. And I think watching someone we care about, or just anyone like someone in general, react to something for the first time is the closest we can get to like feeling that feeling again.
Yeah. I don't know. It's also just like some things are just kind of better with other people, like just watching certain media. Like it's a lot more fun to watch with other people.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I mean, sometimes I do want to be a little by myself watching something, but then sometimes, like, I don't know, it's cool to be with like your buddies, just like watching something.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely a lot to watch right now, for sure.
I mean, even just yesterday, we were all over the place yesterday. Yeah, so we started off with the newest episode of Dun Da Dun, and then went from that into the first episode of The Duke of Death and His Maid. Is what it's called.
Mhm.
You said,
Yes.
yeah, which was like, you know, I take anything that you recommend to me. I take as like I'm probably going to enjoy this. Like just because like you have good taste, but more importantly, like you know my taste, and so you know
Right.
that if I'm going to like something. Um, so even though the animation, like on paper, wasn't my ideal animation style because it is the 3D animation with like the character models and everything. Um, it was really enjoyable just because of the entire like atmosphere of the show, and there's little things that they do throughout it, like we were talking about yesterday, that you kind of don't notice the 3D characters, the 3D animation like at all, really. Like
Right.
it feels alive, and it
Yeah.
feels like natural.
Yeah, and the one thing about that 3D animation style is I I told you like that never bothers me.
Hmm.
I never use that as a reason to not watch something, but I do know that that is used a lot to cut corners budget-wise.
Yeah.
And some studios have used it and not given it the care it needed to be visually pleasing. It's just it looks like out of place or whatever. Um, but the ones that have stuck with me, like this one, you can tell they even though they use this 3D modeling system, it feels like they handled it with care.
Mm.
They put love into making it work with the atmosphere and the feel of the show and the design of the art style.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, that one in particular, I think there's like a lot of different ways that studios can utilize like 3D animation to make it like just a visually pleasing medium. Like I
yeah,
think back to like back in the day when like in the early 2000s when like 3D animation started becoming a thing, and a lot of the times it was super clunky. Uh, unless it wasn't. Like I remember, like with Zoids, like all of the models basically were 3D animated with the actual Zoids themselves, but it fucking worked because they themselves were this like whole other entity in a way than like the humans in the show.
hmm,
And they're and also like just the angles of them themselves, like they're these huge machines.
yeah,
And so having these certain angles on a to animate a machine is a lot easier than animating a human with that same 3D technology. So it
fair.
worked. But I think for a long time, it just didn't look very natural. But because of like what we were talking about with like the background that they do, the background technique they did with that anime of using like the canvas style backgrounds, and however they did it, I don't know how they did it.
Yeah,
It could
yeah.
have
Well,
literally been a filter. I don't know, but it adds
yeah,
to that like warm feeling that you get when you watch the show.
yeah. Well, the whole the art of the show, it does feel like they had to use the like lowest budget methods possible. You get these very like painted still frame backgrounds,
Hmm.
um and then any objects that are interacted with are somewhat like 3D animated as well. And then the characters themselves are 3D animated. But that specific series, like we talked about, it has this kind of vintage Disney storytelling kind of vibe.
Hmm.
And so the artistic layout, although is probably more of a budgetary choice, it makes it feel kind of like a storybook.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I think they did really well at doing the best with whatever they could, I guess, in the moment. Or maybe it was an actual still stylistic choice that they made that just was the right way, the right one.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
they definitely like have that whimsy, like that sense of whimsy to it that like
mhm.
those old Disney movies had.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but yeah, we watched the first episode of it. It was really sweet. It was funny.
hmm,
Like You can tell it's got a lot of heart in it.
Yeah, third season just ended recently. I think maybe 2 anime seasons ago.
Hmm.
It might have been when season 3 came out. So it's pretty freshly finished, and uh, a bittersweet sweet ending in the sense that I wasn't ready to let it go.
Yeah.
Like I said, like it's one of those shows where I fell in love with every single character, and I watched the first season many years ago, and then I didn't even know there was a second season until season 3 was being worked on. And so I watched season 2 and 3 back to back a few months ago, and it kind of I rewatched season 1 because it was so long since I had seen it, but I had forgotten how much I loved the wholesome feeling of that show, and how it's kind of direction of found family, and this like this beautiful support system uh, lesson that it teaches. It's just really great and warm, and I fell in love with every character. And whenever I watched that final episode, I felt lost the rest of the day. I was like, I'm gonna miss them. Like
Yeah.
I could have, like I said, I could have spent the rest of my life being able to like look through a window at their like daily lives and how like they get along, or the little mischiefs that they get into, or whatever.
Hmm.
But so it's always sad for a show to end. And
For it to
I'm
end.
yeah, and on that note of ending, it seems like so many shows these days are ending in somewhat disappointing ways.
Hmm.
And this show didn't do that. And I'm really thankful, because it does have a special place in my heart as far as um, this unique story that doesn't really get a lot of attention.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of shows they struggle with like sticking the landing because there comes up to a certain point of like pacing the show, especially if it is a longer series. I don't was this adapted from a manga or a light novel? Do you know?
Uh, I actually don't know that. I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess in any adaptation or whether it's an original series, which is less, it's more rare, that happens. But um, if they are when they start adapting something to an anime, I think there's a certain level of like worry of like how far can we? It's like a mathematical equation, like how far can we stretch this out versus how like and make as much money off of it as we can versus well how well can we make this and like stick the landing. And there's like this weird equation they have to do to try to meet, and I think a lot of times they fail at both.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Like they try
Yeah,
to play the middle ground and they don't stick either one of those
yeah. They
deals.
get too thinned out,
Yeah, they get too thinned out and you're like, well,
stretched out.
you're
Yeah,
or yeah, stretched out, stretched thin.
stretched thin.
Um
Yeah,
and but I mean, we talked about it before, but like they milked the fuck out of Attack on Titan, and like kind of look how that ended up.
yeah,
There's a lot of it. Like look at I mean Game of Thrones and fucking whatever, man. Like there's so much, and then there's stuff like The Last Kingdom where like it's fucking great and it's great and it's like the story's still there, and then they'll do this thing where like they run it, and then they're like, well, maybe we don't do, we don't have the budget to do a full season anymore for the last season, even though the entire context of the show is broken up into like the season format, 10 episode format, or whatever the show is. Like that's what works for the story, the pacing of that story to be played out, right?
hmm
But like in the last season, what should be a last season isn't a last season. It's a movie. It's a 2 hour movie or a two and a
yeah,
half hour movie, which in the context of how they pace the show and how they tell the story, it's not long enough.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I think a lot of shows kind of suffer from that right now. So like finding one where it does end and it's like just like perfect. You know what I
hmm
mean? Like they didn't stretch it out. They didn't try to capitalize on like what they maybe they thought they can make some more money. It was
hmm
like this is where the story naturally end, so we're going to end it.
Right.
You know. So
Yeah.
I'm glad. I mean, I'm sorry that you can't hang out with those peeps anymore for
Yeah.
the first time, but it's nice to like when they have a good one that ends.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, when a few years go by, I'll probably have forgotten a good bit of it, and I can just watch it again.
Watch
you know?
it again. Yeah.
But there are like, you know, there's some things that when a story ends like that, you like, I want to see their futures, you know?
Yeah.
And that's part that I don't get, you know? Like, I don't get to see what happens years in their future, because when they're like, you know, grown up or whatever. Like,
Or maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe the writers take time off and then they want to go visit those people. Because like, think of how attached you are. That is something wild to think about, right? So like, think about how attached you are as a viewer watching it.
Yeah.
And then think about how attached the writers are.
Yeah.
Who created it and who like birthed those characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there's probably going to come a time where they're like, I miss hanging out with those people.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go back and see what they're up to.
That should be an anime series.
What?
About like manga, either a manga, like mangakas, or like a mangaka studio, or a animation studio, as they're like the characters, like, or as these like people are working on this series and watching them get attached to it. And like, you know, it could be like a slice of life thing, but focusing on how attached they get to the series and their journey through like completing it and everything. I feel like that would be a good like slice of life series, or whatever.
And you could have a good decent amount of like, you know, going like almost duplicate dual storylines where you've got like the people who are making the manga and then the manga itself or the series itself, and it's like multiple relationships, and then like they're both going through these emotional journeys that are correlated, because
that's a great idea.
Like, it's just an expression of the artist,
right? Like their inspiration. Yeah. It could show like how, you know, if something's coming up to happen to a character, it's like, hey, we're gonna have this character die this episode or whatever, and have all these people that are working on it have these like conflicting things on like, some are angry about it, some are sad about it, you know, they're trying to figure out how to do it justice.
Yeah.
Or if like, you know, someone's dealing with like a relationship issues, on how they like kind of sneak in little instances in their animation or writing or whatever.
We can write it. Let's write it.
True.
Let's just fucking write it.
I feel like I'd love to. I don't feel like I know enough about that industry to be able to capture it accurately, though.
That'd be fine. But yeah, we watched that, and then we watched that, what's it called? Please Put Them On, Miss something. I can't remember what it was called.
Taka something.
Yeah, which I don't think either one of us expected it to be as spicy, like right out of the gate, as it was.
Yeah, I think we were, you know, expecting some like ecchi comedy.
Yeah.
Get some laughs.
But it was just like, bam.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I had heard there was an uncensored version, because people were raving about, we actually get an uncensored version. But I didn't think that that's what we were going to be watching
on Crunchyroll. Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like a Blu-ray version you have to buy or something.
Yeah, but it was, you know, it was funny. It was just, so far, I think that it's, because we watched like 1 or 2 episodes of that, and I was like, I think it's going to be one of those things that you just take it for what it is. Like, there's not going to be as much depth as I thought there would be to it. It's not subtle at all.
Right.
So, you know, it's just good adolescent fun, I guess.
I don't know. It has that like hentai art style.
Dog.
It's like not. It's not like,
girl is fucking caked up.
Yeah.
Like whoever draws her and like came up with her character model definitely did some work in the hentai industry.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
The overall like art style is like, it feels like they don't quite, like the artist didn't quite get like some of the facial proportions right, you know, which is
It's switched.
classic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could tell it was switched. Like you could tell like some of the scenes were done by different artists, like
Mhm.
and just how like the proportions of their faces were drawn.
Right.
Yeah,
It's always nice exploring something new and
yeah. Main
just,
character, basic as fuck.
bro. Like
like
that's
checkpoint by checkpoint, just like
yeah.
yep, and yep, and yep. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Generic AF.
Yeah. I like, it's okay to be generic, but no, don't announce how generic you are by listing all of your generic traits.
Yeah. But you know, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna keep watching.
I'm not sure if it's the one for me, but
You're gonna drop that one?
I don't know. It's just the honestly, the art style bugged me, man.
Yeah.
The way I remember, there's a scene where he's like talking and his mouth is really close to his nose. So he's got all this space between his mouth and his chin, and his mouth is really close to his nose, and it just like it looks so dumb.
Just bugged you.
And it kind of like took me out of it. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm invested in this show for one person, like one thing and one thing only. So I'm like, all right, yeah, give it to me. I mean, we don't ever get them.
True.
Like, so I'm like, yeah, let's run it, I guess. Fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were watching that. We both just got done watching the Calhoun's generic romance one that came out this past season. I mean, I don't know. Was that technically spring season? Because it just ended.
I'm going to see if I can. Yeah, I'm trying to like find the database so I can kind of keep up with these as we're talking about it. But it was. I'm pretty sure it was winter season.
Really?
Now that I'm pretty sure because we got a 13th episode. Oh no!
I thought we got a 13th episode like April or May. Or yeah.
Yeah, you're right. April 5th. Yeah. Kowloon generic romance. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they say something different in the show. They don't say Kowloon. They say Kulon or something like that.
How's it spelled?
Spelled Kowloon. But that's not what they say in the show.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't. Is it not? If they say it different, my brain just fucking. And
yeah, they definitely said it completely different in the anime. They said like Kulon or something like that.
Kulon. One
thing I love about that show was that it was done by the studio that did one of my all-time favorites, After the Rain.
Yeah.
And so you get like the same animation style, and I love that animation style. It has this
it's gorgeous.
It is, and it has this somewhat 80s anime like character design. Yeah. But then like this one has some crazy like modern infusion to it that is really interesting. But I love those character designs though, like when they draw the female characters with the really long arms and legs, you know, very slender. It's just very reminiscent of those 80 art styles.
Yeah,
even the way they do the eyes, the big like almond shaped eyes. I love that.
Yeah, even like the main guy. What's his name? Kuna? What was his name? I can't remember his name. It's with a K, I think.
Hold on, I'm looking at.
He's like straight up like Fist of the North Star, like
Kudo.
80s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like protagonist body shape. Which I don't know. I mean, it's just the whole thing like kind of feeds into that aesthetic where it's like very dreamy almost, and like the whole city pop aesthetic where it's like very soft, like everything is super soft and like there's like a gleam to everything almost, even though it's like in this really ugly, like sandy, hot city.
Yeah. The landscape of that show, I love how it was drawn. It's like some of the things that really stuck out to me when we went to Japan, as far as like the architecture and the city layouts, are like condensed into like a more harsh depth in this show, because that city is like this weird, like compact.
Well, it's like Hong Kong fusion, right? Because that's what it's supposed to
Right.
emulate, is like the slums of Hong Kong, kind of,
Mhm.
right? So everyone's on top of each other, and
but this city design, they tried to like even amplify that to where like these cities, like the buildings are not even in like rows or anything. Some of them are like stacked on top of each other and like these weird catty corner like angles and stuff. Very stylistic, and I love it. It's I remember watching it and wanting to draw, like wanting to draw those cityscapes and those like street corners and stuff. But that show was interesting. For a little explanation on the plot, you're following these two characters, how's it? Kujidai, yeah, and Kudo. They're like, they both work in realty in this really rundown city. So they're like realtors in this city where all these buildings are just like old and decrepit.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of historic lore to the city, and it seems very like the people who live there are very local. There aren't any outsiders really. Like everyone that's there is kind of like knows everybody by name, and it's very homey. But anyways, they're realtors for this city, and you start to learn there's like some kind of supernatural weird phenomena happening. Yeah. And it forces these the main character, Kujidai, to kind of look further into the truth of who she is and what the city's secrets are. Yeah.
I mean, and the romance that is, I mean, it happens in the first episode, so that's not like a spoiler, but the romance between Kudo and what's her name again?
Kujidai,
yeah. And like why there's a romance between those two specifically, and like the mystery that envelops around that romance basically,
right,
is like the whole show. And so we were kind of talking about it, and the ending, for me, like, I'm not really going to spoil the ending for anybody, but I don't think that I'm like not satisfied by the ending. I just think the ending was a little bit rushed with the pacing of the story throughout the entire series. And then it's like in the last like 2 or 3 episodes, it's like bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, they kind of close it off. Yeah.
Like really abruptly. And I'm like, I don't kind of get down with how they did that.
Yeah, I think
they just slow roll everything. Everything is like very drawn out, like not in a bad way, but everything's kind of drawn out, and you get little piece by little piece of information, and some of them are kind of misleading and take shit off on this way. And it's just so abrupt.
Right. And there are some character arcs that were getting really interesting that they just kind of threw away at the end.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm kind of sad about it. But I think, it must have been some kind of studio thing. I think they could have done it really well in 24 episodes.
24.
I think that's all they needed to really finish out this story. But they only got 13. So I don't know if that was a studio thing where they're just like, we just gotta finish it up in 3 episodes rather than, another 12. But yeah, it was a little disappointing to see these like character arcs that I was really interested to see where they went, kind of just get,
fizzled.
Yeah. What's his what was his job? The boss guy. He was like
the fork tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really loved his character arc.
It was all over the place. It was like, oh, this guy's when you first meet him, you're like, oh, this is like the stereotypical villain of the story. Yeah. And then the more you go into it, the more you're like, oh, he's gray as fuck. Like he's not a one-dimensional character like at all. Like no spoilers to it, but like there's a lot of things you find out, you're like, oh shit, what? Yeah.
And it's the same with every character. Like they're all so diverse and so deep, and I'll tell you what, like this show, created some characters that I typically wouldn't have gravitated towards, and I fell in love with, like Yao Mei, the blonde.
The blonde. Yeah.
I loved Yao Mei, bro. I loved Yao Mei. She's like the kind of like the gal character.
Mm-hmm.
And in a lot of anime, she would be like the mean girl or the popular girl that has too much ego.
Yeah.
But she's so wholesome and so like real and warm and accepting. And
Well, she's also the outsider,
yeah,
like in
yeah,
this whole story, like she's one of the outsiders. So it's like a completely different uh version of like that archetype of character.
right.
So yeah, her story for me, it was like that whole her and the main girl's name, the main girl, Kujidai?
Kujirai. Yeah.
Kujidai, like their whole like trying to find like their idea of absolute self, like they
Mhm.
keep referring to, it's like different for both of them, like the
Right.
meaning for both of them, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I love that, so good.
Yeah. Yao Mei's arc was really good, and her character design, it was something that I haven't really like connected to a character like her, that type of like design, until this show. So I was really, that was kind of like something that made this show worth it, even if there were some disappointing moments, is the fact that it helped me, or not helped me, but it made me fall in love with a character type that I don't typically care for in other shows or series.
Hmm.
Awesome character designs all around, and I think, especially from an artistic perspective, if you're an artist and you work on character design and try to come up with characters, they're so diverse and so
Dude,
interesting and cool.
some of the shots in that show are so gorgeous, like
Mm-hmm.
how they deal with like the presence of Kujide
Kujidai.
Kujidai's B,
Mm-hmm.
like, and like her presence over uh not only Kuj Kun Kuno Kudo, what's his name?
Yeah, Kudo. Yeah.
Kudo. Like, but like I remember there's that one shot where he's like on the bed after he's talking to someone, and like she's there with him, or like
Mm-hmm.
her presence is there with him, but it's just like the way they do her silhouette, where it's
Mm-hmm.
just like like blackish purple, and like all you see is like her red lipstick
Mm-hmm.
and like the outline of her glasses, but it's just like this shadow figure that's like literally like looming over him.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the imagery of it. It's so, God, it's good.
Yeah. And that studio's great. Like I said, After the Rain changed my life. That's one of my all time favorite series.
What was
And
what's the premises of that one?
After the Rain is that's about a teen girl who, after suffering a sports injury, gets a job at a cafe after falling in love with the manager of the cafe. And there's like this huge age gap, but it's not a romance. And I think a lot of people have shunned that show before watching it because they look at the title, or look at um the cover art or whatever, and they think that it's about like a teen girl with an older man.
Mm.
And it's not at all. It's about this like innocent love of this teen girl that, as she's learning out how to live her life as she's like growing up, is kind of this like teen, what's it called? What's that type of plot? That coming of age story, with this like misplaced love. And then the manager is also experiencing this like his own coming of age story of being this like middle-aged man that kind of gave up on his dreams because of self-doubt, and meeting this teen girl with so much like hope for him. Yeah, kind of helps him start to like reevaluate who he is as a person. And there's no romance. None. I'm going to say that right now. Even if that is a spoiler, I don't care because I think that's a show that I really wish people would have given a chance before they started talking bad about it because it's not a romance. And it's just like the manager story resonated with me so heavily. And it honestly, it did change my life. It helped me see kind of the next, 30 years of my life differently in my head than what I had seen it before, But it's beautiful. The animation is the same. I think it's better than this show, than the Kulon generic romance. But it's the same art style, the same character design style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phenomenal show.
It's got it's on Crunchyroll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know actually. It might be a Hulu series.
Yeah, because I think I was trying to find it when you and Joey were talking about it, and I couldn't find it on Crunchyroll. So
yeah, I think it's Amazon actually.
Amazon, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but yeah, that one made a huge impact on me, and it's very lovely, and it has these little touches of personality throughout this show. Of like one episode they go to this like antique book market, like a outdoor market. That's why whenever we went to Japan, I told you I wanted to go to like try to find a vintage market. And it's because of the effect that show had on me and how like warm and local that episode felt where they went to that vintage market.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to feel that. I want to go to a vintage market. But yeah, it's very lovely, very wholesome, very like endearing for sure.
So what else are you into? Like, what else are you watching right now?
Oh man, I'm watching a lot.
You said you were like taking a break from the YouTube a little bit, so you're like able to kind of concentrate on, or not concentrate, but you're getting to watch more anime.
Right? Yeah, I've been watching a lot. So as far as episode to episode goes, Dandadan we're watching.
Yeah.
Dress Up Darling season 2. I'm watching.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Dress Up Darling. Yeah.
I'm about to start the Summer Hikaru Died. That's this like supernatural horror mystery show.
Summer. How do you spell it? Hikaru.
Hikaru. Yeah, Hikaru. Do you remember when you and I went to Kinokuniya in Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
And I picked up that manga that I really liked the image of it. I didn't know anything about it, but I liked the way it looked. And then I decided to put it back because I didn't know anything about it. I was like, I'm just going to stick with the stuff that I've gotten from like manga that I know. It was in a center table, like a display. Uh-huh. That was the Summer Hikaru Died. And I put it back because I was like, I don't know anything about this. And I kind of want to get stuff that I know, but I should have picked it up. And I'll probably get it eventually, but they released the anime started this season.
Oh, it's on Netflix.
And it's, I haven't watched a horror anime in a long time, but I love the premise of it, and the art style of the anime looks like it's done really well. So I'm going to probably start that today.
Okay.
In addition to that, if you're... Were you reading the synopsis?
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. That was cool, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. I'm also... Dr. Stone just started back again, so I'll probably start that here soon.
I never watched that.
Dr. Stone?
Dr. Stone, yeah.
Let's watch first episode today.
Yeah? Today?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. All right. Twist my arm.
There's so many shows coming out, right? Like this season is crazy, but
there's one that looks, I don't know how it is, but it's got a good rating on it right now. It looks really good. It's on the Crunchyroll homepage every time I go to it.
Oh, are you talking about Gachi Akata? Gachi Akuda or whatever.
No, it's
The red one.
The which one?
It's like red.
It's like Clevatus. Clevatus. I don't know. It's got like 21,000+ reviews, and it's at like a 4.9.
I'm not seeing it on my anime list. Oh, there it is. I haven't seen this.
It's been on my front page for like the past few weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if it's an isekai or if it's an actual like.
It just says action fantasy.
So it's just fantasy. So.
Same with the Water Magician. I've been hearing great things about that, so I'll probably start that. There's a couple of these that I plan to wait until they're done to start.
I remember you were talking about Takopi's Original Sin.
Mm-hmm.
That one looked really, really good.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be one that I'm going to want to watch from beginning to end.
Because there's like how many of that right now? Like 3 or 4?
I think maybe just 3.
Yeah.
But there's a lot. I mean, there's so many more.
I see.
Oh yeah, there's so many more. Like, but and then another one I'm watching that's a different feel altogether is Reborn as a Vending Machine. I'm watching season 2. Love that anime. Yeah, it's so fun. It's just like it's stupid. It's bad. Like the animation is very generic, but it's so interesting and fun because he's literally a vending machine. And it's just fun. It's a fun anime.
Gachi Akuta.
Yeah.
That's the one you're talking about. Yeah, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I see it.
Yeah, I've been hearing good things about that. But I'll tell you what, and there's a lot of, I mean, the list goes on. Like this season is absolutely packed. And I'm trying to watch almost everything. Like it seems like there's not anything in here that I don't want to see. So
yeah.
I'll probably get through almost all of it.
It looks like a pretty good season. I mean, even there's.
Hold on. Okay, that freaked me out for a second. Oh my god, I saw a thumbnail and I thought it was Quintessential Quintuplet season 2, and I was about to lose my mind, but it's not.
What was the other one that I saw that looked really, really sweet? Oh, with you and the rain. Like the thumbnail for that just looks so wholesome and so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
This girl that finds a dog.
Mm.
It looks so.
I mean, the list goes on. You got the fragrant flower blooms with dignity or whatever. That one, people are getting like. There's a lot of hype behind that one. I feel like that one's going to be really good.
You got the thumbnail for Ruri Rocks.
Oh yeah,
yeah, dog.
You're exposing yourself a little too much in this podcast.
I'm caked up over here. What do you want me to do? Fucking crazy.
But yeah, so there's a lot of series coming out right now. Some of them I'm going to hold off on. Some of them I'm watching week to week. I try to keep it split. I try not to watch everything week to week because then I get too like distracted with all the different series.
Yeah.
So I'll probably stop right there with what I'm watching currently, and then I'll finish. I'll watch the rest whenever they finish.
I'll tell you, dude. Some of these shows, like, these like streaming services really have like spoiled us on like when they like drop everything all at one time, and you're just used to this like mode of like binging.
Mm-hmm.
To watch a series, and then you go to like these week to week drops, and you're just like, 20 minutes is not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah, that's why I try to limit myself.
Yeah.
I'll watch. There will be some that are so hype that I can't wait because I don't want to be spoiled in anything, and I want to watch it as soon as possible. And then there's a few that I don't mind waiting, like Vending Machine. It's just a little fun thing I can watch every week. Doesn't really matter if I'm waiting or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just I think there was something else I started or I just finished watching, but I'm blanking on it. Oh yeah, I just finished the Apothecary Diaries season 2.
Oh, nice. I need to go back and finish that. I only got like 6 or so episodes into the first season, and I got distracted with a bunch of other shit. Just never went back to it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Season 2 started off a little slow for me.
Uh-huh.
Very different from season 1. Season 1 is kind of perfect from beginning to end, but season 2 started a little wonky. But then they kind of went right back into the meat and potatoes of the plot, and it was really good. And then there were a few that I watched in the last few weeks that I gave up on because they were absolute garbage. Garbage. Fire Force season 2. Man, disappointed me.
No, man, I couldn't do Fire Force. I was like, I watched the first season and I was like, it seems a little generic. But then Hobbiness showed up and I was like,
yeah,
I could be on board with this. And
right?
Maki's in there. Like Hobbiness and Maki are in that same show.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, like I could do this. And then I was like, no, I can't do it even.
Yeah, I will eventually finish it, but I had to stop because season 2 was just not it, and it's upsetting because
the animation's great in it. Like the animation's beautiful.
The animation, the sound design, the plot, it's really cool.
I think they rely way too much on the animation. Like they let the animation like that and the sound effects like carry the show a lot of times, and I'm like, it's not enough for me, dog.
Also, I'll tell you what another thing they do is I think, and I could see people disagreeing with me on this, but I feel like they try to aura farm. They try to use that same method to try to make like all the characters seem really, really cool, but they're not really cool, and it just doesn't work that well.
Yeah, but like you can't tell me somebody's cool and expect me just to be like, yeah, oh, they're rad.
Yeah,
like show me.
Yeah,
show me.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna have to go on a little rant here. So, have you ever heard of Mushoku Tensei?
I don't know. Maybe? Have I?
So Mushoku Tensei is one of the big isekais out right now. It's
Mushoku Tensei?
Yeah. Yeah, Mushoku Tensei. Jobless Reincarnation is the full title, but the art style is amazing. Really great art. The action sequences are really good. But a lot of people will agree with me when I say that the sexual notes in this show are vile.
Okay.
Like it has no reason to exist in this show. And I don't understand what the writer was thinking when he wrote this story. And it literally makes the show almost unwatchable for me. I watched it because I don't like being out of the know when it comes to anime. I want to know like this show has crazy high ratings, and the manga
it's a really high rating, and it's got like a lot of ratings.
Yeah. And the manga has even higher ratings. Like the manga is one of the biggest ones. And you know, people have told me like you just got to wait, like there's a reason why it's in like almost number 1 or whatever. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
They're messing up. Like it shouldn't take a certain amount of like this amount of time to reveal that something's great.
Yeah.
Like the main character. So I'll give you a little slight spoilery synopsis because I feel like this show deserves a little bit of punishment, in my opinion. So the main character is a 40-year-old NEET who lives at home. He's like overweight, kind of sloppy, has very low self-esteem. Basically dies, gets reincarnated, is born again in this new fantasy world. And when he's born, he's like basically is born with pretty advanced powers, you know? And you watch him grow up throughout this show. So you watch him as a baby all the way up to where he's at now. I think he's like 17 now or something like that. And he goes on adventures. He's learning magic. He's getting better and stronger. The plot on like a more fantasy note is pretty good, where he's trying to find his family or something. But where the show falls really, really far for me is the sexual notes of the show, both like in this little fan servicey part, and but also plot wise, are completely unnecessary. So he has all his memories from when he was a 40-year-old, but he's like borderline trying to start relationships with these girls as early as 7 or 8 years old.
Oh,
yeah, brother. Dude. Yeah. And it's
fucked.
Yeah, it is. Fucked. And he has his memories as a 40-year-old, and he's like, "Oh, I'm 40. I shouldn't be feeling these things." Yeah, you're right. You shouldn't.
Yeah. Jesus.
Like, why? Why did they do that? Why did they have to do that? And they kind of like get a little like fan servicey with it, and it makes no sense. And it continues into when like the teens, you know, it just never stops. And then I'm gonna spoil it a little bit more because this show pisses me off that bad. Season 2, something happens at the end of season 1 that kind of like traumatizes him, although he's kind of a bit of an incel baby, and if you ask me. But season 2 starts, and the plot of the show of season 2 is he has so much trauma from this relationship with this 13-year-old that he had that he gets erectile dysfunction.
Shut the fuck up.
I swear to God. And the plot of season 2 is
him trying to overcome his ED from this 13-year-old girl's relationship.
Yes.
I'm going to skip, dog. I've heard enough.
Yeah.
I've heard enough.
It is absolutely, and bro, if there's anyone, I'm going to get close. If there's anyone who tries to defend this topic, I will roast you so hard because it's ridiculous, bro. I don't care. I do not care if it's real because like he suffered real traumas. I do not care.
He's a 40-year-old man, dog.
It doesn't matter. Even if he realistically experienced real traumas and this is a real thing, who cares? It doesn't need to be a part of the story.
Yeah.
Leave it out.
So what is the story other than that? Like, what is the story?
Well, basically there was this like weird phenomenon in the beginning of season 1 that threw a bunch of people around the world. Like people that were like family and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so
like it just
he's kind of like
them?
This weird storm phenomena thing. And he's basically trying to get better at magic, go to school, like learn so that he can try to figure out how to locate all these people and all this other stuff. It's kind of complicated to explain. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. But I didn't even cover all of the like weird sexual things that like make this show kind of unbearable. Like there's more than just that little thing. And they try to make it seem so normal and so like cool and wholesome. Like what? No. How are you going to try to make erectile dysfunction heartfelt?
Yeah.
Like, who cares if no other anime would cover that kind of thing and this is a real condition that men suffer? I don't care. This is the wrong story for that.
Look, all right. If you're going to cover ED and you're going to like make it like try to make it this like real problem that like is heartfelt and it's affecting someone's psyche and like their emotional stability and their relationship, just do it with fucking adults.
Yeah.
Like maybe have a story with like a married couple who's
Yeah.
been like, I don't fucking know, but like
Not a fantasy
immediately
isekai.
yeah, I don't know. That seems a little off. Um you're not selling it for me, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Bro, that's what's so infuriating. Is because if you take that stuff out, this show would probably be my favorite isekai. It would be incredible. The fight scenes are out of this world. Like the first episode, or maybe second episode, I can't remember, shows him as a baby learning that he can use magic. And that episode is so good. But then the like all this other stuff that happens, like, bro, the way this second season ended, bro, I was like, are you for real right now? Like, they try to use excuses to make so many things okay that like are so controversial.
Okay.
Well, so there's this like play on polygamy in the show throughout the whole series with other people, not just the main character, with other people and stuff like that. And that's not something that I would say is not okay, because for some people it is okay. Mm-hmm. But the way this show handles it is all wrong. All wrong. It's just the way it handles being unfaithful is all wrong. It like glorifies cheating in a way. It drives me insane. It drives me insane.
Why are you watching it?
Like I said, because of how high rated it is, I didn't.
Fuck that. Drop it. Drop it, dude.
Yeah. Anyways, that's that.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm watching some classics right now, dude. I'm back on my Ippo run.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that.
Dog, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Ippo will get you pumped the fuck up. Really? When I'm working out, especially because the dub is actually really, really good. It's one of the older, like early 2000 dubs, late 90s dubs, when there's actually like personality in them. It's good. Like, it's like you can watch it if you're doing something else and still get emotional impact from it. Dog, when I'm working out, I'll put it on like on the TV as I'm working out and stuff. Some of the shit Ippo goes through in that damn show, where you're just, because like also from like somebody that practices Muay Thai, like a lot of the stuff they taught, some of it's silly, like some of it it's like you'd never fucking do that in a like an actual fight, like that's fucking stupid. But some of it, it's fucking legit. It's where they talk about body positioning and like movement and like why you would use certain techniques at certain times, you know, and why it's effective. It's fucking real. And it just gets you so, for me, it gets me so pumped up sometimes, man, where I'm just like, fuck yeah, let's do another couple sets, let's fucking go. Like, yeah. It's fucking good for that. And like, it's the actual, and I was like, what, 96, 97 when it came out? I can't remember. But it's just got that old, like that legitimate old school feel to anime. That's just, it just feels fucking good. It, you know, and like a lot of the dudes, like they're muscular dudes, or like they're very athletic dudes because they're boxers. But it's not like Baki. Like you look at like the character designs of Baki, and like you're like, I feel like whoever draws this has never been into a gym ever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, whereas like you look at some of the physiques in Ippo, and you're like, oh, like it, you know, they're of the era of how you draw physiques, but it's like you're looking at them and it's like, oh, it kind of makes sense. Like Ippo is this like Tyson of a boxer. He's a peekaboo style boxer. He's all shelled up, and he's just like, he's a tank. Like he's strong as fuck, and but he doesn't look like this like beast, right? You can tell like all of his power, it comes from his core and his hips and his legs and his ass, right? Like, and that's where your power comes from in boxing, and or in striking in general. And it's just, it fits. And then you have like other characters like what's his name? Kaito. His kind of main rival. So like Ippo is like your Tyson. Like he's his style of striking is this like heavy puncher in fighter, and then you have the antithesis of that, who his like rival is when he starts boxing, who's a technician. Like he stands on the outside, he makes you work, and he like makes you fight yourself before he even has to fight you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like he works off of angles, but he's not known as a power puncher. He can knock people out, but it's not because of the power that he has in his hands. It's because of he knows how to hit people and where to hit them. And so their like rivalry and how it comes together is like, dude, it's like, yes. And then there's all these different, it's scaling, like it scales, but it scales in a way that's logical, where he takes something from every single fight that he has, right? Every fight that he has with every opponent, he takes something from every fight that makes him that much better of a fighter, And then like he doesn't win every fight, and he'll have these setbacks, and like it goes through the emotional depths of like despair and like feeling just like you're not enough where you fail. And I think it like depicts that very accurately. But yeah, dude, Ippo's so good. So I've been watching that sometimes when I'm working out, just because it gets me going. But watching that, and then I'm still watching the I can never remember the name of it. The cycling anime.
Yamaguchi pedal or something like that.
Something pedal. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Yamaguchi pedal or.
Yeah. I don't think it's Yamaguchi because I don't.
It's something close. It starts with a Y. It's like Yamawara or something.
Yamamoto? No, it's
Yawamushi pedal. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, it's not a thing that I say a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that one's good. That one's it's a lot more comedic a lot of times. Like when it does get serious, but it has a lot of levity to it.
Yeah. I love that show. I never finished it.
Yeah.
I watched like it's old now, but I watched the first few episodes or first few seasons. Old. Yeah. Whenever it first came out, I watched I think I caught it on the end of season 2. So I watched like the first 2 seasons, and then I think that was it. I think I kind of fell out of it after that. So
yeah,
really behind, but I think I tried to get back into it, and like it changes settings, and then it's a little different.
Yeah, but I think there's like different. I don't know because I'm only like 20 something episodes in, maybe. Mm-hmm. But I'm assuming there's going to be another race tournament that they're going to that's on a different mountain or a different prefecture. That's like a big tournament. I would assume. I don't know. It's cool though. I really like it, and because I've been getting into biking lately, like or cycling. I shouldn't say biking, cycling.
Do you sing to yourself whenever you got to run uphill?
No. I just.
Hime, suki, suki, dai, suki.
Little pop star.
But
yeah, no.
It was like, oh. That show is hype too.
Yeah, it's good. It's real. It's like I said, it's fun. It's funny. It's got a lot of heart to it. You're just like, come on. Yeah, it does all the sport anime things really, really well.
Yeah, for sure.
So I've been watching that, and then I started watching this show that I need to keep going with because I just forgot about it. It got kind of buried. It's called something Brothers, Space Brothers. I think is what it was called. Have you ever heard of that?
Space Brothers?
Yeah, hold on.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's about this dude who is like the older brother of the family, and he's kind of a fuck up, and Space Brothers. and his younger brother becomes an astronaut, and so his goal is to like be the older brother that he's supposed to be. So he starts taking things seriously, and he tries to get into the space program.
Mm.
And it's, I mean, I think I've seen like 6 or 7 episodes of it, and it so far it's really really good. It's got a lot of heart, like a lot of heart. It's really really good. I think there's a shit ton of episodes to it though. I think there's like, I want to say 100 episodes, which just sounds a lot, like a lot for this series. But
it's moments like that where you realize you're watching something that kind of like lives in the shadows, where you realize how much anime is out there.
Yeah. It's got like 99 episodes. It's fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
But like something that I had never heard about this until like 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just never fucking heard of it.
Yeah, I've seen that thumbnail for a while. I just never give it a shot.
Yeah, but it's really really good though. I could recommend that one to you if you want like a slow burn slice of life.
Yeah.
But yeah, been watching that. Been randomly picked up Freezing again. Don't know why. Don't know why.
Yeah, you know why.
We all know why. Fucking
yeah. I want to take a quick minute since we're talking about it on a podcast. I want to talk about Dress Up Darling season 2 real quick.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how much longer you want to go.
We can go a little bit longer. But yeah. Go ahead.
First of all, I love season 1. It was I have a ton of Dress Up Darling merch. Matter of fact, listen. I can show you another time. But I have a cool illustration book that I bought that has like, I think it's wrapped up anyways in like plastic, but it has like kind of key art and like what's it called? What's it called? Where it's like shows like the kind of like the construction of like stills and stuff like that. Concept art.
Oh,
there's a lot of concept art in it and stuff. But anyways, I'm a huge Dress Up Darling fan, and I was excited for season 2. And then, we're 2 episodes in now, or is it 3? 2 or 3? And bro, they are doing such a good job, man. Yeah, it's blowing me away. The Cloverworks, the animation in season 1 was so good. And it's like a unique illustration style, the way the character design, that like the eye shapes and hair and everything is unique.
Yeah.
And then season 2, they've just stepped up their game so much. And their work of like shadows and like movement in the show.
Their movement is big, yeah.
Bro. Because I probably would have noticed this stuff before, but I think in my current situation of I'm trying to do more illustration, learning illustration or learning drawing in general, I'm focusing more on the illustration when I'm watching stuff. So, these perspectives, these angles, shading, things like that, I'm picking up on more. And this show is just blowing my mind. Every episode, I'm like pausing multiple times to look at how they did something. And it's just blowing me away. They're doing such a good job. And it's like movie quality, but it's just a show.
Yeah.
It's so good. But yeah, it's, classic comedy. Like I love the comedy in this show. I love its content. Like it's, I just love its like material of like what it's focusing on, the cosplay and like anime and video games, and like it's kind of like a love letter to that, to our nerdum, and then another thing, when we watched did we watch season 2 together or no?
Of what?
No, we didn't. Of Dress Up Darling.
Oh no.
Or episode 2. The scene with her friends, well, I guess it's the end of episode 1 and the beginning of episode 2.
Oh yeah, and the karaoke.
Yeah. I as I was watching those 2 scenes from each episode, I realized I kind of adore Marin's friend group.
Mm.
And I really hope we get to see them more this season. Like I don't know any of their names. I don't know if they've announced their names, but the girl with the red and black pigtails, really like her character. The guy that was wearing the leopard print dress in the karaoke, I love him. I want to see more of him. He cracks me up. But yeah, her friend group is so like, that's the kind of friend group that I like, the kind of group that I grew up having as friends, you know, like the outcasts, the people who are like all so different, but they all work so well together.
Work together. Yeah.
I love that. And I love its depiction in this show. So, you know, we're only 2 episodes in and I'm loving it. It's probably my favorite. I think it's my favorite of the year at the moment. Only it's episode 2, you know, like it's just killing it for me.
Yeah.
In a good way.
In a good way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, their timing in that show, like comedically, just on the comedy alone in it, it's really, really good. Mm-hmm. Like, because some of like the outbursts at the end of the first episode, where she's like,
she's singing, like, she's singing, dating? Yeah, she's like, blah, 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 are you guys dating?
Yeah,
it's just she like couldn't hold it in anymore. No, she's like trying to sing to like distract herself. She's like, I gotta ask this question. Yeah, it's so good.
It's fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really, really funny. And I was saying, like, apparently I misread like what happened, but
with the salon.
Yeah, with the salon, the hairstylist.
Yeah,
I thought that he said that if like you're gonna slap someone, you should slap me. But you said if you're gonna touch someone,
talk to someone.
Talk to someone? Is that what he said?
Yeah, he's like, I may not be as interesting to talk to, but I'm here if you want to. Yeah. Like, he's like trying to like, I don't quite understand what he's trying to do there, but he's also never had friends, never talked to many people. So it makes sense that his approach is way off, you know?
Yeah. He's like never had someone like he's trying to protect either. So
he's never had anything. He's never done any of this before, ever.
Yeah.
Like, so it makes sense that like whatever he does, whenever he approaches and everything he says, you're just like, what are you saying? But I think that's the point, because he doesn't know how to interact with human beings.
Yeah.
And
or like we were saying with like his whole, when she finds the cosplay character that she likes who's doing the gin bend, and like he sees inside his purse and it's got the glue in there, and like the whole rest of the episode he's like,
what is the glue for?
Like he's sitting there like sewing, he's like glue, glue. And he's like, when you say something, he's like, oh no. Yeah. And like when he finally asks him, he's just like, oh yeah, it's because it is glue. Yeah. It's like, oh, what did you use that for? You know, it's just funny shit.
Yeah, I also think he's like constantly feels like
it's honest. Like the whole thing is he's such an honest person that it's like a very like wholesome and honest reaction to everything that he's experiencing. Like there's no malice in anything or judgment in anything. He's just like, I don't know how to react to this.
Yeah, I think it's also a thing where I feel like he assumes that he should know things.
Yeah.
Because
when he's never experienced them, so why would he? Yeah.
Right. And he feels like he's like, oh my God, am I like making a horrible mistake by not understanding this topic or not knowing what this thing means? And I think he like gets obsessive of like he has to figure it out, you know, to be able to fit in or whatever. Yeah, man, I'm digging it. I love it. Yeah, that and Dandadan, this newest episode of Dandadan was crazy too.
Yeah, dude.
The fight scene.
Dandadan is killing it.
Yeah.
I fucking love that show. That's a hard show to watch week to week. But you have to watch it week to week, otherwise you're going to be spoiled.
Yeah, I don't want to miss anything for sure. Yeah. But yeah, the art style, this fight scene in this newest episode was crazy. Gigi's what's his name? Evil Eye?
Yeah.
Evil Eye is crazy. Yeah. Cool design.
Dude, I'm telling you, and like they give him the emotional depth of the backstory of that stuff, man. It's like, that's how you fucking do it.
You and I were cracking up when Okarun was doing the counting thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Their comedic timing is really good too.
Mm-hmm. They do a lot of really good stuff that, like, I'm not calling Dun 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 like a great, like one of the all-time greats or anything. I'm not comparing it to anything, but it does like that thing that a lot of like the great shows that you like, the Full Metals and all that stuff, where it's like every episode could, like, you're gonna laugh or you could cry or you could just like have your jaw to the floor in like the amazement of what's happening. It does that really, really well. Like, you know, in the last episode when it gives the whole backstory of Evil Eye and like the horror that he went through as a human, you know, and then he's just this like kid trying to help other children, and you know what happens. Yeah, it's like, God damn, you know, like it's crushing, right? And then in the same episode, you've got like Granny, like Cat Granny, like just fuck being obnoxious as hell, or like even like, you know, what's his name? The Evil Eye's possessing. Gigi. Yeah, he's like in his whitey tighties. Yeah, like and the character design looks sick as shit. Like when they're together, like that looks fucking dope. But there's also comedy in it because he's in his fucking whitey tighties. Right. Like, I don't know. It's cool. The balance of it all. Yeah. No, it's great. It's great. It's hard for me. Like, I feel like if there weren't so much going on in this season of anime, that would probably be my focus. But I feel so like split on everything because there's so much happening this season. Yeah. That's good though. That's good for us. It's good to be a fan. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you for listening to another episode of the Born2BNerd podcast. Lance, where can they find you at the Born2BNerd handle? What are you going to be doing? Yeah, so you can follow me on Twitch, Born2BNerd_live. I've been doing some drawing lessons on there. I'm going to be going live a few times this week, probably because I have a long break. So doing that, we've been playing. I started Dune Awakening. I streamed a little bit of that the other day. And yeah, so you can catch me on there. You'll be seeing some reactions coming up soon. I've been kicking it old school. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure where it's going to go with the reaction series, but my brother and I have been recording some stuff here in North Carolina, and I'm going to try to figure out how to edit the stuff together with you know, I don't have my old laptop that I used to do it on, so everything's going to be different. But I'm going to try and get those out soon. So you'll be seeing some To Be Hero X reactions coming up. And I think that's it for me right now. Oh yeah. Yeah. If you guys if you're moto curious and you want to watch a cool little moto vlog, you can head over to Throttle Fox Moto Photo. That's my other moto vlog channel. I'm going to be uploading some shorts here in a little bit, actually, because I'm getting ready to go on vacation for a few days. So want to have some content in there. But if you guys want to check out that, you know, some motorcycles, some photography, it's all in there. Throttle Fox Moto Photo. Other than that, thanks for listening, and we will catch you in the next one. Yes, sir. Bye. Bye.